It's Salvaje, and this is my guide for the Mythic Storm King in Fortnite Save the World. So this guide is only going to be focusing on the strategy that you need to use to beat the Mythic Storm King. This is the most popular strategy right now, and I just want to let you guys know that the reason why this video is only going to be focusing on the strategy when it comes down to the actual Mythic Storm King encounter is because when it comes down to loadouts and when it comes down to what weapons to use in this encounter and other like mini strategies that are going to be helping you out and other tips that are going to be helping you out, all of those things I'm going to be covering them on multiple videos, because as you guys know, I like my videos to be short and straight to the point, and I don't want to offer like an overload of information on one of my videos. You guys get what I mean? So let's just get started with the miscellaneous stuff. I absolutely recommend that the heroes that you're using, the heroes that I'm going to be recommending are of course Lynx Cassandra and Rabbit Raider Jonesy, but we'll get to that soon. Yeah, have your heroes at power level 130 or level 50. Okay guys, this is basically going to make it so that you have a lot of health regeneration, a lot of shield, and a lot of shield regeneration rate. And most importantly, it's going to make sure that your abilities are also doing some pretty decent damage. You absolutely want to have your heroes at power level 130. Alright, if you don't have them at 130, you're just going to be dying like super quickly. Okay? When it comes down to what heroes to run in your hero loadout, I'm going to be making a separate video on it, like I said. But this is the loadout that I like to have. And I just want to point out, you don't really need Bomb Squad Kyle at all. Or you don't really need, Prehistoric Isa. You can just put Survivalist Jonesy in there. Because I am using Underdog because I wanted to get healed. But, that's what I like about this Mythic Storm King encounter, right? Like, it literally just came out. So everybody's figuring things out as they go along. I actually didn't really need as much healing as I thought that I did. So Underdog might be something that might be completely gone when I, make a video on the loadouts that I'm rocking. But Underdog is just going to be increasing my healing when it comes down to like things like Campfire, Adrenaline Rush, stuff like that. So that's why I ran it. Basically for survivability. Survivability is really important when it comes down to this encounter, which is why I also recommend that when it comes down to your power level, be at least 129. The higher your power level, the more health you're gonna have, the faster health regen, the more shield regen, the more damage you're gonna be doing with your hardware, with your melee weapon, as well as of course your ranged weapons, and of course the more ability damage that you're gonna be bringing to the table, and gadget damage as well. And for the gadgets, I ran the turret and adrenaline rush, but I was experimenting a little bit with airstrike on some public matches, and airstrike can be very helpful sometimes when it comes down to those annoying mini bosses, which we're gonna talk about soon. Okay, so yeah, like I said, Lynx Cassandra, definitely a must-have. She's going to be increasing your damage by 140% after you use Kunai Storm. So she's going to be the mini-boss killer. And Rabbit Raider Jonesy is going to be the crystal killer when it comes down to, the strategy. Because he's going to be increasing sniper critical damage by a lot. If you don't have Rabbit Raider Jonesy and you have the other sniper soldier, which I believe her name is, I want to look her up real quick. Yeah, Redline Ramirez. You can use Redline Ramirez as well. She's definitely, she definitely has a lot to offer. Let's talk about the weapons real quick, and then we're going to just jump down to the strategy. The De-Atomizer 9000 rocket launcher is just so OP, guys. Okay, this thing is great. The Mythic Storm King launcher is also good, so if you have that, make sure that you use it. The bundle bus, it's really good when it comes down to destroying the crystals, but I absolutely recommend that you guys use the old Betsy, which is right here. I use my friend's old Betsy, but like I said, when it comes down to weapon perks, all that stuff, I'm going to be making a separate video on that. And of course, for the ranged weapon, we're going to be using the surround pound. Any type of surround pound is going to be helping you guys out, but I do want to make a note. You absolutely want to make sure that your weapons have legendary perks, guys. Like full legendary perks. That's going to help out big time. So now that we covered the miscellaneous stuff, let's just go to the strategy. So, place floors, okay? Place floors on the lake in this encounter because the lake is going to be damaging you, and obviously you don't really want that, right? Something that I also recommend is that you guys open up your wall edits, as you guys are seeing, in the gameplay examples in the background. And basically this is going to make it so that Husk actually don't break down your walls. High ground is really important when it comes down to this encounter, which is why you're going to be placing, what's the thing called, floors. And you're also going to be placing your walls opened up, and then you're going to be building above your walls. If you're a ninja, if you're Lynx Cassandra, this should basically be really easy for you. Just place down a wall and then just place down floors and get the high ground. High ground is really important because it makes it so that you're not going to be overwhelmed by all of the husks that are going to be at the bottom area. And keep in mind, like I said, this encounter just came out, so this is pretty much the strategy for the first week of this encounter. But I guarantee you in a couple of weeks we might even have strategies that you don't even need to get high ground, because that Storm King launcher is so OP, man. Oh my goodness. Anyways, crystals are going to pop out when it comes down to this Storm King encounter. The first crystal should be pretty easy and you should be able to get it on your first try. What I recommend is that, you know, the team is somewhat split up, but not like super split up. Long story short, you want to make sure that everyone at least is covering the main points of where the Storm King is going to be getting his crystal. The back, the front, the, you know, his armpits, his hands, etc, etc. So don't all be together because that's going to drag you guys down a little bit, okay? You're going to destroy the first crystal, a mini boss is going to appear. Let's talk about the mini boss and the purpose of the mini boss. So in this encounter, there's going to be a storm, and the storm's going to be closing in, okay? But every time that you beat the mini boss, the storm is actually going to get pushed back. So you want to make sure that you're always taking out that mini boss as fast as possible, because then the storm's going to close in and it's going to melt you. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. So definitely make sure that you kill those mini bosses. By the time you destroy the fourth crystal, you want to look at the storm. Is the storm really close to the Storm King? Because if you destroy the fifth crystal, the Storm King is going to fall down and then you're going to have to hit the horn. But you might be hitting the horn inside of the storm. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you destroy the fourth crystal, you need one more crystal and then the Storm King is going to fall down. What you want to do is you want to kill another mini boss, right? And then the Storm King is, the storm is going to reset. And then you don't have to worry about the storm closing in on you as you're hitting the horn when you destroy the fifth crystal. Anyways, you want to make sure that one person always makes it to where the horn is. And that person is the person that has the war cry ability or that's playing Rabbit Raider Jonesy. Because one person with war cry and two people that don't have war cry can definitely break the horn. 3 people can break the horn as long as war cry is activated. But if 3 people are up there and the war cry person is not up there, like, you're not going to break the horn and then you're going to fail the mission. You do want all 4 people to get to the horn and then the person that has war cry to activate war cry so they can then start hitting the horn. That's the ideal situation. I am just saying though, sometimes one person falls off by accident. And that's something that I want to point out as well. This encounter, accidents are going to happen, bugs are going to happen. I can't tell you guys how many times I failed this encounter because of all of the bugs that I experienced, that it was the game's fault. Just be patient, just understand guys, you know, it is going to take a while for some people to get the hang of this encounter, and some people are going to get the hang of this encounter very easily. Just be patient. So after you destroy the first horn, you're pretty much going to be repeating everything that you just did. You're going to make sure that you're maintaining high ground. You're going to make sure that you're killing those mini bosses. You're going to make sure that you're keeping track of the crystals that you're destroying, because when you destroy the fourth crystal, you need one more crystal. And then of course the Storm King is going to fall down. And then of course you can hit the second horn. And this is post commentary Salvaje out here, just letting you know that this video is brought to you guys by my supporter creator code Salvaje. Please fucking use it. But another thing that I wanted to point out is that when the meteors are falling down, you guys want to make sure that you're building a rooftop above you so that the meteors don't completely obliterate you. When you're hitting the second horn after you destroy it, then you need to shoot the Storm King. Make sure that you place a lot of campfires down and every single person is shooting the Storm King. Let's just go over a couple of general tips to keep in mind as you're going through the encounter that I didn't mention when I was talking about the strategy, because I didn't want to overload you guys with information. So something that I like to do every time I'm fighting the mini boss is I like to use my Kunai Storm with Link's Cassandra so that I get that damage boost, and then I'm shooting the mini boss with the De-Atomizer 9000. Okay, the De-Atomizer 9000 is a great weapon, and if you're going to LFG Discord servers for Save the World, like, there should always be probably one person that is willing to give you the De-Atomizer 9000 that he has, because the Save the World community likes to help itself out. So that's how I like to take care of mini bosses. I always also have one person always making sure that we don't have like a lot of blasters. So one person should be taking care of extra ads and all of that stuff. Sometimes that person was me when I was doing the encounter. And last but not least, there should also be one person, ideally Rabbit Raider Jonesy, that's going to be taking care of crystals and isn't going to be prioritizing the mini boss too much. Definitely make sure that you guys know when to prioritize the mini boss and when not to prioritize the mini boss. If the storm is like closing in a lot, you know, you definitely need to kill the mini boss. If the storm is definitely far away, you don't need to prioritize the mini boss that much, and you don't really need to hurry. Use your hoverboard if you want to get to the mini boss faster. Use the directional pads if you want to get to the mini boss faster, or if you want to move around with the crystals. And that's pretty much it. Truth is, that's kind of like a beginner / intermediate strategy, because I just wanted to make the video really short. So definitely feel free to subscribe, because I do want to share more tips. And yes, I am working on a mega tips video for the Storm King that should probably be out in about 2 weeks or so, because I do want to put a lot of information in that video. I'll see you guys on the next one, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. Peace out, and see you all on the next one.